All right, what's up guys, Robby here. Once again, we're back with another video inside Facebook Secrets Insider System. And in this video, we're gonna talk about something that is important, and that is to make sure that you're showing user activity on your profiles, right? So one of the things we cover here inside the Facebook Secrets Insider System is number one, obviously we tell you the insider contacts, how to get access to people that can turn your accounts back on, and other stuff like that, competitive analysis, which we'll talk about in later modules. But also, I just wanna give you some basics here in terms of setting up the right way, okay? Because obviously you still have to do things the right way. Because if you don't do things the right way, you're going to be constantly getting things shut down and running into issues. And then of course, then you're going to have to go ahead and get things set up with one of our contacts, which obviously costs money, right? So you don't want to do that. If you can set up correctly, one of the biggest things in order to have success is set up correctly so that way you don't run into issues down the line, at least not silly, silly issues, right? So let's talk about it, guys. So in this video, a couple things I want to cover. I'm going to show you the importance of showing activity. Showing browser activity is important. The process applies to you if you're creating or buying profiles. Either one, doesn't matter. Following this process with every profile that you have, okay? So it's really important to keep this in mind, okay? So number one, when it comes to showing activity on your profiles. Now, if you don't have any profiles set up yet, make sure you refer to the other module that we'll go ahead, that Coach Stephanie put together in terms of setting up your proxies and everything like that. That's really important. That still is relevant to this setup here. But one of the things I really want to encourage you guys is, one of the things people do is when they set up their profiles, they typically set things up in a way where they think that I'm gonna set up a profile and I'm not gonna do anything else except run ads. Well guys, that's a huge red flag when it comes to Facebook, right? Facebook is expecting you to show activity, because a normal person on Facebook, what are they gonna do, right? They're gonna log into Facebook, right? And then they're gonna go ahead and add to friends, they're gonna join groups, they're gonna post on their page, they're gonna post on their profile, they're gonna post videos, they're gonna check in places. They're going to not only do that, they're gonna use their Facebook account to sign in for, Canva, or they're gonna sign into Pinterest, a Pinterest account. They're gonna use their Facebook logins on other places. And so it's important that you do the same thing when it comes to your user activity, right? So there's lots of different places you can do that. So every time you have a browser set up on your computer for your proxies and for your profiles, make sure you do some user activity, right? Go onto YouTube and log in, watch some YouTube videos. Make sure you go and watch, sign up for a Pinterest account, using your Facebook account to log into the Pinterest. Sign up for Canva, which is free, using your Facebook logins, right? So doing that stuff is just gonna only strengthen the user profile and make it even better for you as well, which is really important to keep in mind, okay? So important tip is to show activity with the profile. Also, make sure you guys are showing browser activity. So in addition to just the profile, also show activity on the browser. So when you set up your pixel and you set up your proxy using your browser, right? And so you have your browser, whether you're using Go Login or multi-login, it's really important you guys make sure you go through the process of showing browser activity, which means that once again, it's just going on to different websites, watching videos on YouTube, checking out ESPN.com or weather.com or wherever you want to go, and just do that for a little bit, right? Yes, it seems tedious and you can outsource that to a VA if you want to, but it's important to show the browser activity as well, because not only should the profile be strong and show activity, but the browser that the profile is on should also show activity as well. So that's an important second tip. And this process is going to apply whether you are creating or buying profiles, right? So if you're creating profiles using the cell phone method or a different method, then that's important. If you're doing buying profiles from different accounts, which will show you another video, then definitely that's another process as well that can be important to do, okay? And also follow this process with every profile that you have as well. So again, you don't just set it up on one profile doing it this way, but every profile you create, you're gonna make sure that you do this as well. So again, real quick video here, guys, but I just wanna emphasize how important it is to show activity on your stuff. So your profiles, your browsers, all that stuff is really important when it comes to creating and buying profiles.
So very simple. I mean, when it comes down to user activity, I'll just show you here, guys. Here's just a profile that I created a while ago. That is actually my name and everything like that. And so you can see here what I've done is I've just kind of just created a bunch of added a bunch of friends, right? So the first thing I did was I added a bunch of friends. Some people I know, some people I don't know. Most of the people on this list here, I don't know who they are. And that's okay. I'm okay with that, right? Because the whole point is not for me to overthink it, not to do much about it, but the whole point of it is just to figure things out as well, okay? So what I like to do too is I like to just join different groups if possible, right? So if you can find different groups you can join, there's all kinds of different groups you can join here as well. So think about it this way, guys. If you're a normal person and you have a profile and you didn't know you could advertise on Facebook, what would you do? Well, you would add your friends, right? You add your friends to your profile. You would make posts on your page of your profile. You would like other people's posts, right? You would comment on other people's posts. You would join groups. You would watch videos. You would do all the things that you would do on your profile normally, right? And so that doesn't change. That shouldn't change when it comes to getting your profile and user activity set up so you're ready to run ads. Okay, so make sure that you're doing that. Okay, make sure you're doing that for sure. Okay. Also, another thing you can do as well, and one of the things that I like to do is, in addition to your Facebook profile getting warmed up, so this should be a daily occurrence where you're logging in, or ideally you're logged in, you stay logged in, but you're also every single day making comments, liking posts, sharing things, watching videos on Facebook, playing games on Facebook. All that does, it just shows Facebook, hey, I'm a real person. I'm doing Facebook things. And if I do advertise eventually, it's okay. I'm above board on everything, right? So keep that in mind, okay? Doing that makes a huge difference in the long run in terms of longevity and stickiness of your profile. So hopefully that video makes sense, and I'll see you guys in the next video.